This year has been designated as Visit Jeju Heritage Year 2025, an initiative to promote tourism to the island with a focus on exploring its cultural heritage and history, including the Jeju Volcanic Island and lava tubes, the Jeju Haenyeo culture, and the Jeju April 3rd incident. Recently, the Jeju Dark Tour program has been gaining popularity. This tour traces the painful periods of the island's history. Now we connect now to Phyu Sin Moe Htet, who is in the middle of this tour as part of Jeju Free International City Development Center, or JDC's Global Friends program. Hello, Phyu.
Hi, Phyu.
Hello.
So first of all, could you please introduce yourself to the Culture Wave viewers?
Hello, I am Phyu from Myanmar. I'm one of the JDC Global Friends. The reason why I came to Korea is to fulfill my dream. As a big fan of K-drama, I wanted to study in Korea since I was 14 after watching Voice Over Flowers drama. So I lived in Jeju for 2 years and studied my master's degree of international trade at Jeju National University.
Okay, Phyu, so you did introduce yourself as Global Friends. Please tell us about this Global Friends program and who's part of it and what do you do there?
JDC Global Friends is a group of foreigners from various nationalities, for example, American, Canadian, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolian, Malaysian. It consists of 20 people and is divided into 5 teams. We carry out various missions to showcase Jeju and promote the JDC projects. I also take part in creating videos highlighting the beauty of Jeju.
Right, I did get to check out some of those videos of JDC Global Friends, and you make tours, like restaurant tours, you go shopping on Jeju Island, and a lot of more content. Now, as a Global Friends member, you must have traveled to all corners of the island. So tell us about those places, and were there any places you really were especially impressed about?
Of course, I love Jeju, so I visited a lot. Places in Jeju like Dongmon Market, Udo Island, Hallasan, and also many beautiful beaches and waterfalls. Among them, I love Hallasan the most. It's the highest mountain in South Korea. It's the Ship volcano, and that's especially beautiful in winter. I visited it with my friends last winter. It was amazing and one of my unforgettable memories of Jeju. Actually, Jeju is beautiful in every season, but don't forget to take a big umbrella. In the summer, it's windy and rainy heavily.
Right, but right now the weather looks really nice behind you. So could you tell us where you are actually right now?
Well, this is called Ging Cave, which was created by the Japanese military mobilization of the Jeju residents to create a secret base on Jeju Island.
Wow, and how was the experience in the cave?
We can learn a lot about the lives of Korean people in Jeju during the Japanese occupation. It's a really heartbreaking and meaningful experience.
So the Jeju Dark Tours program must be a quite different experience from other conventional tourism tours that we know of. It's because you get to explore the dark and painful past of the island, and especially from the view of a foreigner, it must be a very unique experience. Could you tell us more about that experience?
Well, like Korea, our country, Myanmar, also known as Burma, was a colony in the past. British ruled the Burma for over 100 years, and Japanese ruled for 3 years. Korea Peninsula was liberated in 1945, and after 3 years in 1948, Myanmar was liberated. Both countries had similar history, so I can deeply relate to the pain of Korean people at that time. I can imagine how they feel so bad. This tour helped me understand their suffering more clearly.
So previously, you did introduce some of the places to visit in Jeju Island, but including the dark tours, there's so many things to do in Jeju Island, or to see and to eat as well, of course. If you were to recommend a place or things to do to your family or friends, what would it be?
Jeju Island is not only full of natural attractions, but also rich in historical significance. In Jeju, the head of South Korea, you can do so many activities which you like. If you are a mountain person, I can recommend you to go Haenyeo or Orums, which are small hills in Jeju Island. If you are a beach person, Haenyeo Beach, Hotel Beach, Gwaji Beach are the best for you to visit in summer. Or you like to learn history, you can go to Kwangdojong, Jeju April 3 Park. And also you can try some activities like horse riding or snorkeling like Korean female divers called Haenyeo. If you come to visit Jeju, don't forget to try Jeju tangerines, omagi talk, seafood noodles, and also Jeju black pork. I would recommend visit Jeju. You won't regret it.
Well, thank you very much for those recommendations. And especially because you have been there for 2 years, as you said, you got to experience all the 4 seasons of Jeju Island.
Right.
And finally, what are your plans after this tour? And what else would you like to experience on Jeju?
I graduated in this year, February, so I moved to Seoul to get a job. But I went back to Jeju every month. Jeju is such a kind of my hometown in Korea. If I have a chance to live in Jeju, I want to live with my family happily and peacefully. I recommend to visit Jeju to everyone who I met. In 2 years, I went almost every tourist spot in Jeju so I can guide them well. I also uploaded my social media accounts about my life in Jeju. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, thank you very much, Phyu, for connecting with us today and introducing us to the Jeju Dark Tour, which really seems to be a great opportunity to look back at and remember the suffering of the past while enjoying the peacefulness that we have today on the island. So enjoy the rest of the tour and thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Bella, as always. We're going to talk to you again pretty soon.
Yes, very soon.